So growing up, Romine, what were some of the cultural biases that you experienced? What did, because you're a dark skinned girl, and
Hmm.
it's almost like, and people don't always understand what it's like to be one versus the other, because they be like, okay, well, you light skin and you never faced anything, and I'm like, no, because then the dark skinned girls is like, well, you light, so there's
True,
always,
yeah.
so until you're wearing the other shoe, you never really know like what's going
Hmm.
on the other side. So tell us about just what you experienced growing up as a child and with your skin complexion.
I'm Haitian, so growing up Haitian was really difficult, especially because being Haitian or being an islander, I think all islanders know that it's one of the standards for people to be of fairer skin. And
Mhm.
growing up, so I hung out with my cousins a lot, and they were all lighter than me. I think there's two of us in my family that's as dark as I am. So literally everyone else is your complexion or a little bit darker than you. So growing up, I was, even by family members, I was approached to with bleaching cream products. They would tell me, let's bleach so we can all look the same. And because I was different, I was the one who looked different. I was the darkest one. So I wasn't raised to like honor the melanin that was in my complexion. And
Mhm.
our parents growing up, they give you what they got, so they didn't know any better. And
Yeah.
growing up in a Haitian household, you're not really allowed to talk about certain things. You're supposed to just suffer in silence. So even when I was growing up, I wanted to talk about all that I had gone through with my complexion, but you couldn't mention it. Even in school, I would be picked on. They would call me Blackie, Black Crayon. I've got ridiculed all kinds of names. So I didn't grow up, really appreciating my skin color, but it's because of the stigma that's associated with darker complexion women. It's in our movies. You never see, just now, like maybe now in 2021, you're starting to see women of my complexion play leading roles. That was never
Mhm.
done uh, prior to that. So it's always been a stigma in our music. They say pick the lighter woman,
Mhm.
commercials. So it was hard. I had to learn to embrace myself and love myself, because it was not something that was taught to me. So I had to literally just learn to my own self-worth,
Mhm.
So growing up, it was really hard. Islanders, they love their bleaching products. They want you to use it. Um, so it's a process. It's definitely a process. And I wish I knew then what I knew now, because I went through a really hard time with that. But that's just a little bit of what I went through as a child and as a teenager. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
So like what